we good? Are we live? Are we good to go? Yeah, oh my god. Hi guys, I'm back. Well, it's been a little bit. Shit, I should probably fucking start the thingamajiggy. I haven't streamed. Oh shit, I forgot to change the title of the stream. Like, fucking again. Fuck me. Oh, why do I always do this? No. Let's get my twitch.tv/hi-fi. If this is not, oh, there we go. I got a mute. I got a mute, baby. Okay. Go Twitter. Go Twitter. Rendering for a little bit in the morning. Whoa. Then I gotta take a cheeky little screen grab of these guys. Be like, wow, this is what I'm drawing, you guys. Wow. I'm doing the thing, y'all. I'll probably put it on Tumblr too. Yeah, I think so. What am I gonna do again? Right, yeah. Streaming for a little bit, rendering some OCs. I'm gonna grab this thingamajiggy. Yes, most excellent. I should really do this before I start, but like, you're not my mom. My mom's dead. Alright? You can't tell me what to do, babe. Oh my gosh. I have been so fucking tired. Like, this year has just like fucking blitzed on by, bro, and I am shocked. I am appalled. But for real, it's gone by so quickly. Like, January has gone by so fast. It feels like, I know we're only like in the middle of it, but like, holy shit, bro. Like, it feels like Christmas and stuff never even happened, which is crazy. Cause I was so excited about Christmas, and then it happened, and now I'm like, where did what happened? Where'd Christmas go? Bring my mic up a little bit, okay? And like, what the fuck, bro? But I guess it's fine at the same time, because if time is passing quickly, then generally like that means I'm in a good place personally. And I am. I've been feeling a lot better this year so far. Convinced myself to do some cool little mini projects I can't really share with people, but like, it was very fun. I got better at video editing and stuff because of it, which is always a joy. I'll move that out of the way a little bit. Yeah, and I want to start making some more kind of like storytime videos, I guess, for my YouTube. Because now that like I'm a lot more comfortable editing, because I always go through these phases where like I'll be editing a lot of stuff, but then I'll stop for a bit because, you know, life or some other interest takes over, and then I totally forget everything that I learned to do. But then once I start editing again, it slowly comes back, and then I find out how to do like new stuff and cooler stuff, and I'm like, and I really like it. I really have a lot of fun editing and stuff. So I thought it'd be neat to do some like story times from my youth and stuff, and, you know, just clown on my old self when I was younger in high school and middle school and stuff, because oh my gosh, I was a mess in my youth, and it's kind of hilarious. Like, in hindsight, super hilarious. In the moment, not so funny. Life was very hard to navigate as a young person, you know, especially when things were changing so much because the internet was becoming really big, and I was just sitting there, kind of like I was of the era of Motorola like flip phones, right? And I don't remember dial-up, but I think I was around during that time. I was definitely around when internet was like dog shit, you know. It was pretty mid, so I spent all my time out in accent came out. All my time out in the forest, and I walked around the forest a lot, and I just, you know, fought my friends with some sticks and beat them up with sticks. And we would always have like sparring matches. Yeah, we'd have sparring matches with sticks. We just beat the shit out of each other with sticks. It's so fucking funny. We play like we play like tag, but the rule was you weren't allowed to wear shoes. So we'd be like sprinting all over my neighborhood, running through people's yards and stuff without shoes on. In hindsight, fucking horrible idea. But also like really funny at the same time, bro. Like, oh my fucking god. And I remember one time, very distinctly, like we were playing and like it would get dark, right? And we would still be playing outside and we'd be running around and shit. And then somebody who was close to my house would be like, "Oh, your mom said it's time for dinner, dude." But then I remember very vividly, I got stuck in like a hedge, and there was like a lot of like blackberry bushes and like prickles and stuff in the hedge, and there were a lot of rocks and stuff. And I remember just being like, fuck, because I was in a great hiding spot, but I also was like trying to get out to go get dinner, right? And so I had to just like, I don't really remember what I did. I feel like I had to be really careful getting out of the bush, but I also feel like I might have just like, you know, low brain cell like squungled my way out of the bush, bro. It was just really fucking funny because I can't like, as a freaking geezer now, the idea of walking through a forest without any shoes on makes me want to cry because I used to do that all the time. And like at my cabin, I walk around without shoes on constantly. Like I'll go outside without shoes on. I'll walk on the gravel road without shoes on. But that's like at the cabin, you know. You're supposed to be a caveman there. But like in my like not really, it's not really suburbia, but in my kind of old neighborhood where I used to live, I can't imagine like going into the forest beside my house with no shoes on now. I used to also eat dirt. I don't know why I did that. I was just a weird kid. I don't know, man. Like that's so fucking. Oh, it makes me like not feel very good when I think about it. It's so stupid. Why did I eat dirt, dude? Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Those sounds are so much easier though. And like, oh my god, I used to go and play like outside when it was raining, and now as a geezer, I'm like, I don't want to go outside. It's raining. You know how like kids had that like superhuman ability to like, just go outside in like t-shirt and shorts when it's fucking cold. I remember having that ability as a child, and now I'm just like, no, I'm so cold all the time. Like I can't just like walk out there and not be cold, bro. Like I will actually die. And so now I have my geezer attire, which I like to call all my like glamping gear and like hiking gear basically. Like I have waterproof boots. I have like these waterproof like Timberland pants that I pull over my pants in shorts or whatever, like especially in the snow, because I'm not about to get my pants wet in the snow or in the rain, bro. It's disgusting. I feel horrible. I can't stand the smell of like wet clothes, so I have to wear waterproof stuff. And now I have like multiple rain jackets for different occasions. I have like bucket hats and stuff. I don't have any umbrellas, which I thought was kind of funny, but all my stuff that I own, it's pretty much waterproof, because when you live where I live, bro, it rains like a motherfucker like all the time, and it's ridiculous, which is also kind of fun. But I love where I live. It's just sometimes I'm like, god damn, like stop it with the rain. Holy shit, like in the spring, oh my god, spring and fall, favorite seasons, but holy shit, bruv, stop. Oh man, good times, bro. Oh my god, I used to also like climb trees like barefoot and stuff. I mean, in my opinion, it's like the best way to climb trees because then you can like really feel and like get a grip with your little stinky toes and shit. I remember one time I got I got stuck in a tree and there was a squirrel and I was freaking out because well, I wasn't stuck in the tree. I was just scared because there was a squirrel in the tree. Because me and my friends, we used to have like a play set in my backyard. It was like a really old play set. I think it was a hand me down or something like that. And it was like an old like wooden one, right? And it broke down. It got really decrepit. So like my dad was scrapping it and like we were breaking it apart to throw it out. And then there was a ladder from that play set. And so me and my friends, we squatted up because my house was like the place to hang out for the most part because like we could play outside and like my parents were very like lenient on what we could do. They just didn't like that we were so loud. But we squatted up and we took the ladder from the playset and removed the nails and stuff. And we were in like middle school, I think. And so we pulled the nails out and stuff. And then we found a random rope. We tied the rope around the top of the ladder. And then one of us climbed into the tree. And the rest of us, I can't remember how many of us there were. I think it was just me and my BFF at the time, my bestie. They are super bomb. We had a falling out when we were older, but we're friends again now. And I'm really happy about that. Like, genuinely. Like, they're very cool. And they are a joy to talk to. And I should really try and catch up with them in person sometime. I'm just a small brain, no brain cells, dying inside. What was I saying? Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, so it was me and my bestie, I'm pretty sure. It might have been some other people, but I'm pretty sure it was me and my bestie. We hung out constantly. And I pretty much like, I can't remember if they took the rope up with them or if I tossed it up, but they went up into the tree and then they tied it to a tall branch, like a really sturdy big branch, because it's like a big ass like fucking cedar, right? Big ass boy. And so they tie it up there onto like a big ass thick ass branch and then throw down the rope, and then I tied it to the ladder. And so because like originally we would have to like climb on top of my dad's boat and then, you know, pull your leg up to like your face, and like my friend and I are pretty flexible, both of us, but it's still just annoying to like have to pull your leg up, all like your knee hits your nose and shit, and you're trying to just like get your leg over this branch so that you can get your ass cheek on it and then just like pull yourself up with other branches. But we fucked up because my dad's boat, it's called Big Pink, and he's had this boat for a long time, but we have a lot of boats too, but this one I don't know why we have it. My dad wants to fix it up, so I don't think it's operational, but there were like boards and then a tarp on top of the boards to like stop it from getting wet, and it was left under this big tree, and we would use it to get up. But then one time I think we slipped or something, and then the board slipped and it ruined the like configuration of the tarp and stuff. And so the boat flooded one time because it rained and the tarps weren't set up properly, and my dad yelled at me so much. Like that was the fear of God was instilled in me, and I don't really remember the conversation because it wasn't a conversation, I was being yelled at. But I remember apologizing and being like it was an accident, I didn't know, but I was also a child, so I don't really know if I had the capacity to say that, you know. I think I was just scared and crying because I didn't really know who my dad was when I was a kid, which was funny because I just thought he was a guy who came into my house sometimes. But yeah, so he yelled at me, and so I told my friend, like, we gotta think of a different way to get into the tree. And so that's when we came up with the idea of getting that old ladder and pretty much tying it to the tree so that we could get up, because the tree was also on the top of this hill. So just leaving this ladder like propped up against the tree wasn't really an option. So we had to tie it up. And that's how we got up ever since. And it was fucking awesome, dude. And like, I remember super vividly, like, we would tie treats and snacks to ourselves. Cause like, we would go to 7-Eleven after school. Cause it was fairly close to my middle school, I think. So we go to 7-Eleven or Snackers. Like, I used to live by, or I used to have a convini called Snackers by where I live, but it's shut down a long time ago. And we go to Snackers, we just go buy some snacks and shit, and then we come back and then climb up into the tree and just eat snacks and talk. And it was really fun, you know? Like, that's basically what my life was before the internet. And no cap, I do really miss it, you know? Like, obviously, I probably wouldn't go as hard as to play not hide and seek, but tag with no shoes on in the middle of a forest where there's like glass and shit like that. But yeah, I would totally climb into a tree and just hang out and eat snacks. That would be so much fun, dude. I would totally do that. And like, I kind of realized, like, I miss hanging out with people. Obviously, I love my friends that I have now and the ones I've reconnected with. But it's just been, hi, bro. How's it going, Matt Mater? I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please let me know, bro. Yeah, bro. When I was a child, oh my fucking god, my mom would get mad at me. So, and also, yeah, there was a lot of fucking glass. Most wonderful. I'm glad I'm saying that right. Hello, welcome to the stream, bro. It probably won't be like a super long one because I technically have work in 6 minutes, but I'm gonna ignore that fact and I'm just gonna keep drawing for a little bit and just talking about random shit. I hope that's cool. Yeah, like, I used to build forts and stuff in the forest, and me and my friends had like, my bestie at the time. What should I call JP? I'll just call them JP because that's what their nickname used to be. Me and my bestie JP, we hung out like constantly, bro. Dude. Oh my god, you and I, same brain cells, same it's Friday, I don't fucking want to go to work energy. Yeah, me and my bro JP, we would in elementary school, because I've known them since grade 2. uh Bro, for real though, I love that for us, Matt. I love that for us. But yeah, me and my bestie JP, we've known each other for a really long time, and we still talk to this day. Not as close as we used to be because stuff happens, you know, life. But yeah, we still talk. I want to hang out with them. I have to bully them into, or more like, I have to get my shit and schedule together because I'm the one who keeps procrastinating because ADHD. And did I take my medication? Yeah, I took my medication. I'm good. And we would build like forts and stuff, and like, we would find old tarps that my dad had laying around, and I don't know if we were allowed to use them. Usually I did ask my dad because I was really scared of what would happen if I used something without his permission. But my dad is like super handyman. Like, he used to be an engine. Okay, whenever I say mechanic, he gets really upset. And whenever I say engineer, it doesn't feel quite right. But he used to make engines, and he used to work at an auto body shop because he loves cars and he's good at making that type of stuff. And he still kind of does it to this day, but now he's a real estate manager. Or a realtor. He's not a real estate manager, but he's a manager for realtors, I suppose I should say. But yeah, I would ask my dad, because he had a bunch of like random shit laying around, if I could use like his nails and the hammers and stuff. And usually he'd be just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Just don't hurt yourself. And I'd be like, no promises, Poppy. Okay, bye. And so we would like go scavenging in the woods, because we wouldn't cut trees down or cut branches off unless they were like kind of falling off. Then we would just like use our body weight to break it. So we would just go scavenging and find different pieces of like wood or huge branches, because like windstorms would knock branches off in my in the forest by my house like all the time. So we would have some good lumber to use, and we would just construct freaking forts. And it was the most fun in the summer because, you know, it'd be warm and sunny out. The days were long. We could stay out there for a long time. But we would also, in like shitty, trash, wintry weather, go out to the fort too. Because, you know, the tarp and stuff up top. And it was great. And we would just keep working on it. And we would keep talking about how we wanted to, like, you know, fix it and stuff. And then, what happened after that? I don't know. We had big plans of like moving heaters and stuff out there. We never did that because where would we plug it in? And also, it was before I knew Amazon and stuff existed, and I was also like actually 10 years old, so I didn't have money. But it was just really fun, you know. We had big dreams of like making our fort like the coolest shit that we could, or the coolest thing in the world. And then my sister's friend like came over and accidentally broke part of the fort. And then our neighbors, who are like super weird, they he backed into, okay, it's kind of hard to explain. Yeah, it was super fun, and like I kind of do miss it, honestly, but I'm also like old and I don't want to go outside and do shit like that. I would totally build a fort still, but I'm also just like, there's coyotes out there and I'm well aware of that now. And same with bears. But so basically, it's so hard to explain this, but we have all these weird like cylinders, these are cylinders, yes, not spheres. Okay, we had all these like cinder thingies by my house, and it's kind of hard to explain it. And this is not, oh shit, wrong one. It's gonna be, oh no, wrong one again. Oh no, I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. This probably might not make sense even if I draw it out, but basically we had all these like concrete cylinders, and like there's like this wall here of like all of these like cylinders, and then there's just like a hill, and like this is all just like a hill, and the cylinders probably went more up to like here, I guess. And then there's like some grass here, probably more like that much. And then there's a sidewalk, and then there's the road, right? And our fort, work with me Photoshop, thanks babe. Our fort was in this kind of area, so it was like down in this ditch. There's a tree here. This was like the tree that we use for one of our main supports, right? And then there's a hill over here that you kind of go down. It's a pretty steep hill, and then there's like blah blah blah, and then my house is like right over there. And so there's like a bunch of trees and blah blah blah, whatever. We had our like, I don't even remember what shape it was anymore, but it was something like that of a fort. But then my neighbor backed in to this, and I think this was a lot higher. So like it was like the top, it would crest the wall probably, or the natural slope here. My neighbor backed into it, and all of these cinder blocks fell in and destroyed our fort. And it really sucked. I don't really think we were actively like working on the fort or using the fort at that point, but it was still like, oh, like first my sister's friend breaks part of it, and then our neighbor backs into it, doesn't apologize for backing into our property and knocking all our shit over. Like, not even the fort, just like all the cylinder thingies. And my dad was like, they are really fucking weird people, don't talk to them. Dude, I know, it sucked so bad. I was so sad, man. But I think we did try to rebuild or something, but then I think we, you know, as we got older, we kind of lost interest, and we got into like playing video games and stuff more so, and like LARPing in my backyard, and we spent less time in the fort. So then I think, you know, just the elements took over, and with all like the floods and whatever, like more of that wall just broke down, and now the fort just like completely disintegrated basically. And you know, it sucks, but it was also just like a chapter closing, I suppose, in a weird organic way. But then I entered my phase of playing Shadow the Colossus and Guitar Hero, and me and my friends would go to the konbini, the convenience store. We would buy several cans of Monster energy drinks, and then we would go back to my house, and we would play Shadow of the Colossus until like 4 in the morning. You know, we often tried to like beat that shit in one sitting, and I don't think we ever did, but we got really far, and that was so much fun. Right? Super fucking pog, man. That shit was fire. I loved that. And we would also play Halo 3 ODST a bunch. Was it ODST? I think it was ODST. It might have just been Halo 3. But oh my god, I loved Halo. Halo was so much fun, bro. Like I know that people, I don't think people really like Halo anymore, or like it was like kind of seen as an embarrassing thing back then for like femme people to play Halo. But I loved Halo. Bro, no, I totally understand, man. There's too many fucking games out there. There's so many. But Halo was just really fun, and that was like my brother, because pretty much my brother was the one in the household who played the most games, right? And like who bought all the consoles and stuff until I started getting into gaming myself. Mostly in high school, I think. A little bit in middle school, but that was just mostly like for recreational shit, you know, to play with my friends. But my brother, I would play with my brother and his friends. My brother's 4 years older than me. He used to have Xbox Live, so we would all queue up, because I think like if one of your friends, hey Coy, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh. I think like if one of the people in your house had Xbox Live, you could all piggyback on that, I think. So we would all, like you had to be a guest or something. You just woke up. Nice. I should be starting work right now, but I'm talking about Halo, so we're gonna keep going for a little bit. Hey Maribel, how's it going? Oh my gosh, everyone's appearing right now. Wonderful. Bellasasaur. Holy shit, You're washing dishes? Girl, I need to do that after work today, or maybe after my dog's walk. I don't know. Bruh, for real though, talking about Halo over everything else. Absolutely, bruv. Oh my god, Halo 3 multiplayer was so fucking funny. Like when it was like boom, boom, and then everyone had their like fucking guns and shit, and blah 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 blah. And then you all be yelling at each other like, stop looking at my screen! Get off my fucking screen! You're screen sniping! I fucking see you! Stop! That's so fun! And I loved like the creative mode or whatever, where like you could just like, you know, if you wanted a weapon, you just turn to a flying little ball thing, and then you would spawn a weapon, and then you go out of creative mode and you pick up the weapon and you just go to town. Oh girl, I hope I am some interesting fucking content for you, brother. Wash those dishes and pet your cat for me, please. Forge, yeah. Oh my god, dude. Like me and my friends would spend fucking forever in Forge mode. It was so fucking fun. Like you could just fuck around so much. Oh my god. It was basically a cheat, but like it was so fun. But yeah, I used to play Xbox Live Halo games with my brother and his friends, cuz you could piggyback, and I think you would just be called like blah blah blah's guest or whatever. Like Onisama's guest in the live, which was really cool. Or like when you played live. And I just remember like we would spawn into the most random games, and I'd be like, what is this? And my brother would be like, oh, well, basically one person is like the infected and you gotta like run away from them, but they have like a cloaking buff, so you gotta be careful, you gotta get out of there, blah blah blah. Or like the another one I really liked was only using the gravity hammer, and that's the only weapon that anyone was equipped with in the map. And so you'd have to run around and just freaking murk people. And I actually did pretty good. My brother's friend was like, dude, you're fucking cracked. And I was like, I mean, it's pretty easy. You just run up to somebody and smack them with a hammer. You don't have to aim that well. Yay, pet your demon cat for me. I'll pet my demon dogs for everyone on stream. They're the worst. Absolutely horrible creatures. Demons, they are, all of them. Oh my god. such fucking good times, man. I really honestly like do miss playing games with friends and stuff. It's just like I kind of just like fell out of touch, or two of them ended up being not good people, and so I don't talk to them anymore, and I've completely like blocked them and shut them out of my life. Um um but yeah, I miss that, just like having someone to vibe with who's like on the same wavelength as you. Yeah, I missed that because I reconnected with my old friends with some of my old friends from like middle school and stuff. But they are like everyone changes, And I'm a fucking geezer, and they're still young and full of life, and so I'm just like, bro, I'm so sorry, I can't keep up. Like I'm tired. I want to stay home. Mm. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that your parents didn't buy you games. Like I kind of know the feel, because when I was younger, at least, like my game time was really limited and stuff. And like my parents used to argue about games because my mom loved games too. So did my dad. My dad used to play the Star Wars N64 games, and my mom would play Ocarina of Time and Banjo Kazooie on N64 as well. Um, and then one time my brother accidentally deleted my mom's progress, and my mom like was sobbing, and my dad was like, "Oh, brother, why did you do this, my son?" Um, but my mom was always very much in the boat of like gaming makes you smarter, and it helps you problem solve, and there's nothing wrong with it, but everything in moderation. Like you can't just game, you got to do homework first, you got to do chores, blah blah blah. And that kind of changes like older, because you're able to manage yourself a little bit better, and like I cared about school like a lot and my grades quite a bit, so I would always from a young age, I realized that if I bought a new game and started it, I would hyperfixate on it, and I would not do anything because I would just play the game. And my mom said, "I'm proud of you that you realized that." And I think I bought myself a PS4 because I was graduating or something, or I was near graduation. And my mom said, "Have you played it yet?" And I was like, "No, because I know that I'm going to hyperfixate, and I know that I'm going to only play games and not do any homework if I start now. So I have to wait for summer break." And she was like, "I'm proud of you for realizing that. Like, good job." And I was like, "Thanks, Mom." Fuck yeah, get that Game Boy, homie. I don't think I ever had a Game Boy. I just used my brother and sister's Game Boys, I think. I didn't really play too many games beyond like Sonic games on Game Boy. But PlayStation's the best. My mom would take me to go like buy a new PlayStation or whatever. PS2 was like, that was it for me. I played Spyro on PS2. That shit was so fun. I had a really good time. PS2 is probably like my highlight of gaming, quite honestly. But then I think it was having the Wii. Oh no, I had a Wii U, I think. Well, I had both, but I don't remember which console I binged all of the Legend of Zelda games on, because I just decided I'm playing all of them right now, because I think after I played Ocarina, no, I played Link Between Worlds, and then I was like, it was either Link Between Worlds or Twilight Princess. I don't remember which one I played first, but I was like, I'm gonna play all of these games because I love all of these games. It's fucking go time. You go to your grandma's play PlayStation, bro. Kind of same. My nana and grandpa, when they lived in when they were both alive, first of all, but when we would go visit them, because I lived like 4 hours away. When we go visit them, they'd have an N64, and I'd be like, "It's fucking go time, let's go." And then me and my brother and sister would just sit around and play for fucking hours, bro. It was so fun. That was a good time, bro. So PS2 just, feels good. Feels so good, man. But I totally understand the vibe of like going somewhere else to play games. Because I know my friend JP, their mom was very, very, very strict about games. So they would come to my house, and like laptop usage and stuff, even though we were like middle teenagers, mid-teens. So they would come to my house, and then like, you know, my mom didn't really care as long as I did my homework and, you know, did stuff that she asked me to do and stuff. So bro, right? Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Like ever since, like, part of me has always felt kind of bad that like I haven't I, ha- I did hit a really hard gamer phase, I think in high school, but it comes and goes, you know, like I can't just pick up any game and play it and like get addicted and then immediately move on to the next game, you know what I mean? I have to like um I have to choose to play a game of my own accord. And so if people tell me to play a game, I'm probably not going to do it. I won't play it. But if I just like hear some buzz around a game or I think it looks interesting, then I'll pick it up and I'll play it. And then I usually binge it, and it's all I think about for like an eternity. And that happened with Skyrim. I Oh my god. My sister was like, "You have the gamer eye bags." And I was like, "Oh no." Cuz all I would do is come home, do homework, play Skyrim until I had to go to bed in the dark. Yeah, exactly. It has to be like really fun. And like some games I have a really hard time replaying because it's like the first oomph is like what makes me go, "Oh my gosh, this is so fun." I've replayed Hades like 2 billion times because it's like part of the game, right? Which is really cool. Um, and it fits in, it like there's a narrative to it to replaying over and over. Um, but like Breath of the Wild, I don't know if I could ever replay that game because the first time was just like that was it, you know? I have spent 300 hours playing Breath of the Wild, and I don't know if I could do that again. Like, it wouldn't be fun the second time, you know? Cartoon watcher? Yeah, I would watch cartoons too. But I think, yeah, when I was in elementary school, I was a cartoon kid for sure. Like Johnny Test, Fairly Odd Parents. I didn't really like SpongeBob that much. Still don't really like SpongeBob that much. What else? Totally Spies was my fucking jam. Kim Possible was my jam. Freaking. What else was my jam? Daigata Defenders. Though I don't really think anyone knows that. Oh, Stormhawks. Stormhawks was absolutely my jam. I love that show to bits and pieces. And I actually got, like, one of my art directors actually worked on Stormhawks. And I was like, holy shit. Totally Spies is so good. Timeless. And, like, inclusive, which I love, you know? We love that. Oh, yeah. I would watch cartoons all the time. Like, I would get embarrassed because, like, when I was sick, I would watch like Little Einsteins and shit, and I'd be like also like 16. I would just watch kids cartoons because I'm just like, I don't know, it's comfy and it makes me feel better, okay? But I also watch a lot of Animal Planet, like so much. Oh yeah, Foster's Home was so good too. I love that, bro. Oh my god. I don't really? That's weird. I never talked about cartoons with anybody. I talked about anime with my close friends, but that was basically it, you know? And I didn't really ever talk about cartoons because I just didn't really like think about it, I guess. I don't know. I was not a weird kid. I was mostly into dragons and like magic, and I was really focused on becoming a witch when I was a child, or like a sorcerer or dragon tamer. So I was a little bit preoccupied. Oh, Arthur, I remember. Oh shit, also Recess. Recess was my vibe. And when I found out that Ashley Johnson was Gretchen, I was like, what the fuck? Seriously? That was mind blowing to me, bro. But then I slowly became a gamer kid. Yeah. I mean, I don't regret it. It's what made me yeah, dude, right? Isn't that like fucking mind-blowing? It's fucking crazy. But um I don't know what I was gonna say anymore. Yeah, video games pog. Oh, I remember. Video games is what made me like interested in Japan. Cause when I played Okami, they talk about Shinto gods a lot, like Amaterasu, literally goddess of the sun and stuff, and Susano, Orochi. They were all like part of like legends and stuff, and so I like really got interested in the gods and all the myths and stuff, and so becoming interested in Shinto gods and legends and beliefs is what made me really interested in Japan. And then obviously like later on I was like, oh yeah, anime is also made there. And I have a big respect for anime and how it's produced and how much passion and hard work is put into anime, especially those of very high quality, because it's not like they're being paid more to do it. It's just they are like very passionate about it and they get paid like shit. So it's very sad on the one hand that creative people don't get paid the way they're supposed to get paid, but it's also just like very inspiring somehow, like silver lining, I suppose, that these people are just so incredibly passionate and they care so much about their craft that they just want to go above and beyond and make something beautiful, you know? My first anime, it's hard because I remember watching anime on Bionics on TV, like English dub stuff. The ones that I remember the most are Naruto, Bleach, Eureka 7, and Inuyasha. Those are the ones that I remember. And Dragon Ball Z, I remember Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, I don't know. And I actually got to record at the place where they recorded the old Dragon Ball Z, which is really cool. I record there like every so often. I dubbed a Christmas anime there this year, which is cool. Or last year, sorry. Michelle Phan. Yeah. She was the beauty guru. I remember that era. Right? That's her, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh man, YouTube was a crazy wild place. Thanks, man. Yeah, I dubbed a Christmas anime. I don't think it's out. I don't even remember what the name of it is. I'll have to check what it was. 1 second. I'll see if it's out. I don't think it is though. But I played a boy character, which is really fun. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think the English version is out yet, but what? She dubbed a character? Why? What? She's not even an actor though, is she? No, that's cool. You're good, Koi. Don't even worry, broski. I mean, honestly though, when I hear randos just because they're famous get to do work that I have trained and really want to do, Oh, she's in the Junji Ito. Oh, okay. Wow, that's so okay. Like if she is like auditioning and working as an actor behind the scenes and just doesn't tell people, that's like understandable, but it's also like oh no, that's sad. Yeah, that was the same when like Corpse Husband or whatever and a bunch of the offline TV people got to voice in that one anime, and I was like, they're not actors, they're just famous people. So it's a little, I know people were like, "Oh my god, amazing." And I was like, it's kind of just like a kick in the balls, honestly, because I've been trained to do this in my point of view. Like, I don't expect to be in that in any anime or anything, right? I just go with the flow. I've been trained to do this. I think I'm pretty good at what I do, but just because you're kind of famous and you have interest in this, you get cast and you're not even like a good actor or anything. It's very tough. It's hard to swallow. And like, that's just the critical part of me. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really fucking matter. I don't care. There's always going to be another anime for me to dub, or like maybe one day I'll actually be able to dub more anime. I would love to dub at Ocean. That would be amazing to dub at Ocean. But yeah. Yeah, Matt, you're totally right. Like it and like honestly, with the way they advertise the show, from Crunchyroll or whatever, they only talked about Corpse Husband and offline TV. Like that's the only thing they talked about, and they didn't mention any of the other actual actors. They just mentioned the famous people, the famous streamers, which is super. It's so sad because we always get shit drilled into our heads like it doesn't matter how famous you are, it matters how well you can act, but that's just a lie. Like straight up a lie, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard tea about her too. But I don't really pay attention because she's so old school, I don't remember anything about her. But yeah, it just sucks, Yeah, I agree. But Corpse Husband, no acting experience at all. It's kind of the phenomenon of YouTubers making music. Streamers are bound to find themselves in an anime somehow without having any acting experience. And it's really funny to me. Funny in like a this sucks kind of way. So, yeah, it's a little tough. Because it's like it's a slap in the face. Like, well, you could get cast if you were famous. And this would be a lot easier for you if you were famous. Because I listened to like Corpse Husband's performance and I was just like, I don't like this at all. And it's a shame because you can suck and get cast, but if you have a cool voice or you're famous, big pog for you. Hello, Kahonical. I hope I said that right. It's like Bionicle, but not quite. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just like whatever. Famous people going to famous people. And they're always going to get more opportunity than us and stuff, and that's just how it is. And that's why, like, oh, that's so stupid. Like, there's a lot of people I know, whenever I had a class and somebody was like, oh yeah, like I decided to do this because some people said I have a nice voice, so blah, blah, I would cringe because I'm like, I have never been told in my life that I have a nice voice. And I cannot imagine being like, yeah, I should do this because my voice is nice. It's like, no, what are you doing? Oh yeah, that would make sense. She has some like the opposite of imposter syndrome. Oh my god. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. I think famous people always think they have the ability to be an actor just because they're pretty or have a nice voice or whatever. And I'm like, that's not it, Like, it's fucking pain. And then when you see like a really good actor who fucking gets it, it's like, oh my god, you're amazing. And like there's oh god, I don't know his name. I have to Google. He reminds me of the guy who played Bane and Venom. I never remember his name because Logan Marshall Green. What an incredible actor. Like, I have never been so moved by somebody's acting as is this guy. This guy. He looks a lot like the guy who plays Bane, but he's more cute and doesn't have little Princess Peach kissy lips, right? He is so incredible in the way that he's just like, oh my god, all his roles. I've only seen him in 2 movies, but I've been like, holy shit. And whenever I see him in like a trailer or something, I'm like, oh, it's him. Oh my god, I have to watch this. This guy's amazing. Yeah, exactly. You can't, not everybody is just beautiful and good at acting, you know? Oh my god, that's so cringe, bro. I used to be told your personality is too small for your body. And, you're too hard to understand. And, it was very embarrassing. I used to get bullied a lot. Like, so much, dude. That's probably why, like, mostly by guys, too. So that's probably why I don't like men in general. Even though I'm more so attracted to the male physique and the idea of being with a guy. But I got bullied so much by guys. Bro, for real though, for real. Oh my god. Life was hard. I never want to go back to fucking middle school or high school or anything. I struggled and suffered so much, bro. It was a really bad time. It was also really dramatic. Thank you, Koi. Please come get them. Like these days on Twitter, I remember my bullies and then I see everyone acting a fucking fool on my polls. And I'm just like, okay, I've had enough. I'm not gonna be fucking nice to you when you're not understanding the assignment clearly. So I'm gonna tell you to shut up and tell you that's not the audio cut. Can you hear me? Am I good? Am I Am I good? Can you hear me? Can you? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Am I mute? Oh no. What is happening? Oh no. Okay, we're good. Okay. I was like, oh fuck. Oh, stream had a hitch. Okay. Oh my god. I've had problems with this interface lately. So I have to replace that, I think. I might as well get one of those like stupid streamer ones, which I think would be really fun, but stupid, but fun. And I would live my best life. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh shit. I don't know. I was talking about being bullied, I think. Yeah, I got bullied a lot. And I don't, like, usually by guys. And it really sucked. And, like, I would be bullied by guys who liked me for the most part. Which is, I think, also why I'm just, like, very averse to, like, guys in general. And I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Because they would see, like, one time, this is really embarrassing, but here we go, excuse me. One time, I was in grade 8, and I didn't use tampons at the time. I used pads, right? And I didn't know that my pad had leaked, and I was bending over the counter because we were in like a science lab thing, and then the guys who bullied me all the time like saw that my pad leaked, and they came over and like crouched down and like looked at my crotch basically while I was bent over and just laughed at me. And then, like, went back to their table and just kept laughing. And I didn't know why. And then when I got home, I saw that my pad had leaked. And I was like, oh, okay. And, yeah, that was basically, like, middle school for me. It was really hard. And then in high school, I've always been more of, like, a dude bro kind of person. It might have been. Oh, my God. I got sexually harassed in elementary school by a guy too. Like he every it wasn't every day because I snitched really fast once it happened. His name was Zeno. Fuck you, Zeno. He would take his chair and try and like hit me in the crotch with it, and like, you know, like lance me with it. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? And like he would, like, I don't know if he was trying to, like, you know, get it in there or just like hit me in the crotch, but like he kept doing it, and I snitched to the principal so fast, and that was traumatizing. And again, I don't like boys because I'm very apprehensive when it comes to boys because of shit like that happened to me in the past. And then in middle school, this kid who liked me, he would cut my hair off with a ruler, and he like kept doing it, and I told the principal, I was like, dude, this kid keeps cutting my hair off with his ruler, because, you know, metal rulers can be kind of sharp, and I had really, really long hair back then. So he cut my hair off with a ruler, bro. And like, there was this stupid kid who, his name was Chang. Fuck you, Chang. And he was a grade 6 when I was grade 7, and in my school, grade 6s and 7s were in the same classes. And he had a crush on my friend, and that he passed me a note being like, do you think, we'll call her Kay, do you think Kay would be cool with, do you think Kay likes me? Or do you think if I, like, confessed to Kay, she would say, she would, like, go out with me? And I passed him a note back, and I was like, honestly, dude, I don't think Kay is really looking for a relationship right now. She's more so, like, focused on her studies and stuff. And I was being, like, honest, because I didn't think my friend, like, was looking for anybody, because she never said anything, right? And so I passed it back, and I gave him kind of like a sorry shrug, because he sat, like, diagonal for me, and then he kind of, like, nodded when he read it. And I was nice to Chang, but then, like, he was trying to get in with the cool kids, and, like, there's this other kid, his name was Jordan. I don't have anything against Jordan, he was fine. He kind of liked me too. He was grade 6, like a year under me, and he liked me too. And that was, like, he was a nice kid. He was a troublemaker for sure, but he was, like, genuinely nice to me, even though he was a problem starter. And Chang was like, we were walking one time, and, like, I never wore my hair down because my hair gets really frizzy, especially, like, where I live. It's very humid, so it's, like, extra bad, right? And so I wore my hair down one time, and then Chang was like, looked at me, and then looked at Jordan and was like, hey, Jordan, did you see that Heifer's hair is down? Like, it looks so bad, right? It looks so frizzy and bad. And then Jordan was like, bro, shut up, what? And I was like, nice, it backfired. But I was so taken aback because I was only ever nice to Chang. And then he like, fucking roasted me and was like, fucking being a brat. And I was just like, what the fuck? What is your issue? And then there was another instance where, like, it's grade 8 graduation. I wore a suit with heels, and this one fucknut named Trenton came up to me and was like, why are your toes so red? Oh, blah, blah. And he, like, making fun of me and calling me, like, a lesbian and stuff. And then my friends were like, she's wearing fucking high heels. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen? Do you think blood doesn't go down to your fucking toes, Trenton? But he was a fucking loser, so, you know. Yeah, I got bullied like crazy. And then, like, people would, like, draw on my homework assignments, and then I would cry and go to the bathroom. One guy was asking me for answers on a test while we were taking the test, and we were sat right beside the teacher's desk. And I was like, stop it. And then I got my test taken away, and he got his test taken away. And then I started crying because this dude got me in trouble, and it was so embarrassing. And then my mom came in and ripped that teacher to shreds. and was like, you punished my child for trying to tell this kid to stop asking her questions during a test. And then apparently my teacher started crying, and I was like, heh. And then another kid, he punched my locker and made all my magnets fall inside, and they all broke. And I cried because I really liked my magnets. It was fucking crazy, man. Everyone was fucking feral. It was so scary. Though I do remember one time, the guy who got me in trouble and got my test taken away, he was like, you can stab me in the hand if you want. And I don't think he thought I was gonna do it, but I stabbed him as hard as I could with my pencil. And I just like brought it down. He's like, ow, what the fuck? I was like, and then, oh yeah, another time in grade 8, there's a kid named Paulo. Oh yeah, and Chris was the guy who like made fun of me or like laughed at me for my pad leaking. And he was friends with Paulo. Paulo's a fucking tiny little dickhead loser who became a drug dealer, so fuck you, Paulo. Yeah, he came to my desk. He grabbed my pencil from me, started making fun of me, and then I stood up and I like grabbed it from him. And this kid's like 5'0", right? And I'm a big bitch. I'm 5'10" as it is right now. And he was like, oh my god, what the fuck? You're fucking crazy. Because I grabbed my pencil back from him. Ooh, I hated that kid. I hated him. And, yeah, my friend JP, we went to middle school together, and sometimes, like, their class was allowed to, like, hang out with our class when we were doing study block or whatever. And they used to wear, like, you know, like, punk grunge, like, dog collar stuff. And then fucking Paulo and Chris would just be, like, barking at us while we're trying to study. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then another time, one of my friends came out as bi. I didn't really care because I'm just like, dude, whatever. My sister's gay. Like, I don't fucking care, dude. And, like, I wasn't necessarily straight, and I didn't really care. Like, I don't care for labels that much. And then, but my friend had a different group of friends who, like, they kind of preferred over me, even though I'd known them since grade 2 and whatever. But, you know, it's just a part of life. You make new friends, you grow up, blah, blah, blah. But when they found out, they spread it around the entire fucking school. And they told everyone. And this was back in the day, right? And yeah, oh my god, my dog is fucking ruining everything, bro. Oh yeah, my teachers used to make fun of me and like shit on me and roast me. Not too much, because I was really nice to my teachers for the most part, but there were awkward exceptions, of course. Yeah, my dog, my blind dog is squeaking his squeak toys because it brings him much joy because he loves his squeaky balls and stuff. It's very cute. But yeah, then my friend, after they came out as bi, their other friends like spread it around the entire school, and then everyone was talking about it. And this was back in the day where like it wasn't quote unquote normal, or it wasn't as accepted as it is nowadays. And the kids, it was brutal. And I remember like it was this like fucking weird cinematic moment where like I was walking with one of my younger friends who I'd kind of just like taken under my wing, right? Like, I'm your mom now, that kind of thing. And I was walking, and then freaking my other friends, like mean girl group, fucking like walked towards me in like a 3-person line. It was like West Side Story, bro. It was like wah, and this is me, and then my smaller friend. And they were like, she had like her arms crossed and she was smiling. They were all smiling like evil bitches. Of course, the main one was a white girl. Okay, Cooper, you're ruining the mood again. And she was like, "Did you hear or have you heard?" And I just grabbed my friend's arm and I just like walked past them, and they were like giggling. And I'm like, "Why are you happy about bullying your friend? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me." okay. It was just, it was tough. Like, middle school was fucking crazy, dude. And then, yeah, like, I got bullied for, I got, when I told people to fucking stop, like, fucking around and shit, like, they would get upset. And, yeah, they were fucking Regina Georging me, and I was like, bro, I don't care. I don't care. What else was there? God, there's so much that happened in my youth, bro. I feel like there must have been more. Oh yeah, there were people who bullied me. If they liked me, they would bully me, you know? It's that kind of thing. And I refused to play Osu with some guys who liked me because I'm not good at Osu, so I don't want to play with them or like whatever. And then they relentlessly like texted me and harassed me and were being mean about it. And I was just like, you guys are bigger losers than me. Like, why are you bullying me so much? Like, we were friends for... I thought we were, like, friends, you know? But no, I got, like, relentlessly bullied for, like, random shit. It was a nightmare. And yeah, I said dude and bro a lot. And I've said dude my entire life because I grew up in a very, like, mask house with, like, lots of masculine energies, I guess, in my life. And so I always have been more tomboy and dude bro and stuff. And so guys would always make me feel super awkward when I would say dude. I'd be like, dude, come on. And they'd be like, whoa, did you just say dude? And I'm like, it's not fucking amazing that I'm saying dude. Everyone says dude. It's not that cool. What the fuck are you guys on about? Oh god, it's fucking exhausting, man. Oh my god, and I remember one time in elementary school, I was at a party and it was like, you know, you could be in the hot tub. There was like, the person had a hot tub and then also like a trampoline. So I was in the hot tub just kind of minding my business and watching people jump on the trampoline. And then I heard people behind me, like this one bitch who, I didn't bully her. I wrote mean things about her in my private journal that somebody, revealed to the teacher, which was really pog, because I never intended for her to see the things I wrote. I just said, she's a bitch, I want to murk her, basically. And I was in grade 2, so. And so the chick was like, ugh, I hate Heifer, like behind me, in the hot tub with me. And then her friend, who used to be my friend, was just like, well, then just ignore her the entire time. And I cried and went home. Because why would you do that, you know? Why would you do that? Thank you, homie. Yeah, you know, Cooper. Oh my god. Yeah, I just had a bad childhood. And then, like, it didn't help that, like, you know, the abuse and stuff at home and all the trauma at home and stuff did not help, obviously. And it's just, oh my god. My life was a fucking mess, bro. The only time I've ever felt an ounce of respite is when my sister and I moved out. And I'm just like, I can finally fucking breathe, because my entire life I'm walking on eggshells and doing other people's bidding and like wanting to make them proud and then being yelled at and stuff. Like, oh my god, when I lived with my parents when I was younger, it'd be Christmas morning, and that was like a really big deal. It still is a big deal. And we would open presents, and then my dad would make us clean the entire house. Because he's like, family's coming over, you have to clean the entire house. And it was the worst. And oh my god. So I have a lot of issues. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a bad time, you know. And it's just like, you know, with the way I grew up, it was pretty much like, don't say anything or else you'll like get into more shit, you know? like if my mom was super drunk and like yelling at me or like grabbing me or whatever, if I said shit back, I was doomed. So that's basically how I grew up. And the same with like when my dad would be screaming at me and stuff. It was like if you stood up for yourself, there's no hope for you. So that's just how I was for a bit. But now that I'm older, I'm just like, fuck everybody. I will obviously stand up for myself. Even if people think I'm a bitch because of it, I don't fucking care anymore. Like, I wish I had this fire back when I was young. Because, yeah, I dealt with a lot of bullies and a lot of really trash people, you know? And it was a really bad time. And I haven't even scraped the surface of what fucking happened. But it's just a shitty, gross, nasty time that I don't think anyone wants to hear. I'm super nosy, so like I'd be like, fuck yeah, tell me about your trauma. but yeah. I don't want to do that. Honestly, I would rather be a kid who talked back all the time than a kid who just sit there and like took it, you know? At least you're like it's important to stand up for yourself and stuff, and it leads into your adulthood and just lets you be stronger as an individual, I think. So yeah, no, I totally understand that. As soon as I started like standing up to my dad and like, you know, talking back and stuff is when things kind of started to change, I think. Cuz when I started kind of fighting back, then we found out there was a lot of miscommunications and stuff. On physical fights, man, that's crazy. That's wild. I would, if my dad, like, if I tried to take on my dad, I would instantly die. He would just, like, harpoon me out the window or something. I'm sorry to hear that you had physical fights. My God. Yeah, one of my other friends also had, like, fights like that with their parents. And I'm like, man, I'm at least glad, like, my dad never got physical with me, you know? Like, my mom kind of did, but my dad never did. I'm really glad about that. Because I'm a lot closer to my dad now than I ever was with my mom and stuff, so. Yeah, I'm glad it never... I'm glad I never had to escalate to that point, but, you know, sometimes it has to go there. It's not good when it does, but... Dude, my mom was a narcissist. I totally understand what you mean. It's hard, NB. It's really hard. Like, I never stood up to my mom. Because I was so scared of my mom. And she was so volatile and unhinged and shit. And, yeah, she was narcissistic and stuff. And never, ever apologized. And, always thought she was right. Always thought she was, like, the smartest person in the room. Always thought she knew best. But the truth was, she was a narcissist who stole over $100,000 from my dad and then ran away. And, lied about a lot of things. And schemed a lot, and yeah. And it was very shocking to find all that out after she passed away. And it made me kind of just, like, reconsider a lot of things, I suppose. Yeah. Oh my God, my dad had a crazy temper too, but now he's learned to control his anger and to shogunai, you know? Like, oh, shit can't be helped. No point getting mad about it. Like, he'll still get mad about stuff, but it's mostly to do with work, and it's not so much about his kids or anything anymore, you know? He's changed a lot, and I'm really happy for him, because I used to have a really bad temper as well, and I still do sometimes, but, like, we've both kind of managed it and found out we have, like, my dad has PTSD, I probably have some kind of PTSD, no cap, but we both have anxiety, depression, and ADHD, and once you kind of realize that and get medicated, things change a lot for you. So it's been nice. Yeah. No, I totally feel you. Like, my uncle He refused to come to my mom's assisted death thing. And so I hated him for a long time. And I'm not super fond of him still. But I the only reason he started coming around again is because my mom, like, as much as my mom was like had narcissistic traits and hurt us, she did also care about us in a weird way. Like, she said, my kids are not going to be taking care of you when you're older, to my uncle. And like, my mom was like true mama bear, but just kind of fucked up because of her own past that I don't know. It's hard because, like, I know she's passed and everything, so I can talk about it, but it's also like, I don't really want to. But she got assaulted by a family member, so she had conversion disorder. Whereas, which is when you have trauma, it doesn't get dealt with. It manifests as physical symptoms and physical illnesses. So that's what she had, and we all believe that's what killed her in the end because she developed cancer and stuff, right? And our family does not have a history of cancer at all, so we all believe that the assault that she suffered and the trauma manifested in a way that killed her. And so for the person who assaulted my mom, I have no love for them either. I don't ever talk to him. I don't respond to him when my uncle's like, oh, you could send a message, you could send a letter or something to blah, blah, blah. I'm like, he killed my mom. And he didn't bother showing up to see what he'd done or to say goodbye to her. And he couldn't even talk on the phone to her. So he can go fuck himself as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. The typical Frenchman temper. Yeah, my dad's Austrian. And he got like hella beat up or hella abused when he was a kid by his parents. So, because, you know, my opa was in the war and stuff. And so was my oma. And they would, like, hit my dad and stuff. And, like, the only reason that it stopped was that my dad's mom went to hit him. And then oh my god, the squeaking in the background makes it so much better. My dad's mom went to, like, smack him and, like, beat him. But then he grabbed her wrist and leaned in and was like, not anymore. And it scared the shit out of her. And so ever since then, she stopped, hurting him. You know? Like, it's true. Like, people will hurt you until you put your foot down and you're just like, I can beat the shit out of you too. I've just been choosing not to, you know? But yeah. You know, family's really complicated. Thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty much an open book. I know it makes people uncomfortable, or I hope it doesn't. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my screens. But I do think that, like, just talking about these things is kind of important, you know, talking about trauma and mental health and stuff, because there's nothing shameful about it, you know, and it's important to hear that yeah, man. Oh, go grocery shopping. God, that's like that's traumatic. That's a traumatic thing in and of itself, bro. Oh my fucking god. Be free, my homie. I hope it goes well, and I hope you get some good deals. I don't know what they sell over where you are. Okay, I'm glad. Yeah. I like it when people are very open to, but I know I don't really do content warnings or anything, but yeah, I don't want to trigger people, but yeah. But yeah, you go do your grocery shopping, man. I'll probably stream later tonight. I don't know time zone. I don't know if it'll like work for you or anything, but yeah, I'll stream probably on the weekend too. So yeah. So yeah, have fun grocery shopping. Please survive. All the love to you too, my man. Mwah. Sorry, I am cringe, but I am free. fuck yeah, get your candy, man. I bought myself a box of chocolates yesterday. I am done 50% of them already. Get your chocolate. Get your bag. What, with your dad? Oh my god. Yeah, see you, bro. Have fun. Yeah. Yeah. I, like, it's so hard to understand why people are like that. You know, how someone could say that to somebody else. Not even just their kid, just to another person in general, but even more so their child that they brought into the world. You know? I just, ugh. That's what makes me scared about being a parent, and I don't. I have a problem right now. I have domestic fever, like really bad. That's what I'm calling it. It's basically baby fever, but more so in like I want to have a partner, and I want to like do things for them and stuff, and and it just makes me scared to open. Like I'm too worried to open up to somebody like that and to invite madness into my life that has just fucking calmed down finally. Yeah, no, honestly, I thought I was my mom was kind of the same way. My mom used me and my siblings against my dad because my mom knew that baby fever is fucking the worst, dude. I hate baby fever. Like, at the same time, I feel amazing when I have baby fever, but I also want to go jump off a bridge. It's very complicated emotions. But yeah, my mom, she would use us as leverage against my dad, and she was like, I want to live with the kids during the divorce. And so my dad had to move out, and my mom got the house, completely ruined the house. We had rats and mice everywhere, and that was just life, you know. And my dad really wanted to see us all the time, and I wish I'd got to see him more too. And then as soon as my mom got what she wanted and they were divorced, and she got to kind of like torture my dad by taking his kids away from him, she was really mad that she had to take care of us, and that like there was so much burden because she's taking care of 3 kids and she didn't want to do it. And so when I was getting my braces done, I was 17, and there'd be so many times where she'd be driving me and I'd try to crack a joke and nothing would happen, or we'd be walking into the dentist's office and she'd be like, I can't believe I have to take care of you and stuff like that. So in not a gross way. No, I feel you. Like, I don't like children. Like, I don't think I'll ever like children unless for like my nieces or nephews and stuff. But like, I want to take care of like animals and then have a partner who will do that with me. That's where my fever is, and like that's why I have so many plants, is because I'm like, they're basically like children and cats and stuff, right? But yeah, and so my mom would be like, I can't believe I have to take care of you. She'd scream at me, kick me out of the house, or kick me out of the car a lot. Then one time there was a showdown between my brother and my mom, and my brother was like, my mom was an alcoholic. I hate kids who are like cognizant enough to exist but are still fucking idiots. Oh my god. I don't do well with stupid people, and kids are just like little stupid people, but I still want to like have a baby, but I'm still pissed, and I don't like kids, so it's the worst. Their clothes are so small. Yes, I agree with that. Build-A-Bear bitches. I do put my dogs in coats, so that kind of fulfills that role for me. But yeah, and then when my mom got tired of taking care of us and didn't want us anymore and couldn't really get anything out of my dad or couldn't get a rise out of my dad, she was like, I want to move out. And my dad was like, I thought you wanted the kids. And then my mom was like, I thought you wanted the kids. So, yeah, my mom didn't want us because she loved us. She wanted us to punish my dad and to take us away from our dad. But thankfully, we got to live with my dad again, which was really traumatic in and of itself because I would get really passive aggressive, like text messages, and just blatantly aggressive ones where he would film the kitchen and send it to us and then be like, I'm going to throw away all of the plates in the house. If I see any dishes again, I'm throwing them out. Also, you need to start paying rent. And it's because my sister made a mess in the kitchen and didn't clean it up. And so we used paper plates for a long time because my dad was like, I'm throwing out any dirty dishes I see. So he was just like, okay, we're using paper plates from now on so that I don't have to do the dishes. But my dad was also really messy, so it was very hypocritical. And then he'd always bring women to the house, and he would bring friends over, and they would get blitzed. And so I would be crying because I'm, like, traumatized by drunk people. And then my dad's friends, who I don't know, who have made uncomfortable comments towards, like, my sister's girlfriend and stuff. Like, I would fuck her if she weren't a lesbian or something, or she weren't a dyke or something like that. And those people are, like, in my house, in my living room, like, crashing on the couch because they're so fucking drunk. And then I would just be crying because I'm traumatized by those people. And then, like, my dad was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I hate him. Why does he have to be here? I don't want him to be here. I'm scared of him. And then he kindly banned that person from our house, which I really respected and I really appreciated. But, you know how it be. Bro, yeah, my dad would scream at me. Thanks, Vindicator. I love them too. They're my babies. I'm excited to kind of draw more of them. Or I've drawn Atlas a lot before, but not Tella. Yeah, I drawn Atlas before. Yeah, my dad would scream at me too and throw dishes out if I didn't do the dishes. It's very scary. There was a lot of moments where I put a knife to my neck and just thought about it. And then he would be like, I don't want any boys driving you home from university. I will be the one who picks you up. And then he would, if I did something he didn't like, he would abandon me at uni. And it'd be like 11 p.m. And I was like, oh my God, like my dad abandoned me here. And then he would have the audacity to be like, I have never abandoned you guys somewhere. And then me and my sister and my sister's girlfriend all looked at each other, and I was like, you abandoned me at life drawing one time. And then my sister's girlfriend was like, yeah, I heard about that. And my dad was like, well, I was like, yeah, bitch. Oh no, what the fuck is that? Oh no. Yeah, bro, it's traumatic. It's traumatic. I had a very bad 23 years of life, I want to say. Probably 24. I'm 25 now, so yeah, he abandoned me at life drawing, bro. And I live an hour away from, or when I was in university, I lived an hour away from my university. And yeah. It was really bad trying to get home at 11 o'clock at night, and I was exhausted when I got back. Yeah. My dad, like, he didn't really understand that we were living with a hoarder. Like, my mom was a hoarder. And so, and like really messy and like wouldn't really clean or anything. And like, I get it. I think she had ADHD too, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. But my dad failed to understand, like, the circumstances in which we were living in before he came to live with us again. So it was really hard to adjust and stuff, you know. Wait, my dog is chewing on something. I'm just gonna go see what that is really quickly. 1 second. Miss Wenchi. What is that? Oh, no kidding. Hey, you don't chew on that. Yeah, you don't chew on that. You don't chew on something. It's okay, it's just like a plant name tag thingy. Yeah, there are a lot of similarities, but I find that a lot of parents are that way, you know? So I'm always genuinely surprised when I find out that someone's parents are still together, or like their parents are not incredibly toxic. Like, at least one of them is not toxic. I'm always like so shocked and surprised, you know? Because I'm like, that's not my experience at all. Like, what the fuck, bro? But yeah, that was my dramatic childhood, I guess. More things happened. Probably just can't remember them right now. And I'm really always very scared of repressed memories coming back up because, wow. My life is fucked up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, when people's parents are together, it's really fucking weird. And when they like each other, I'm like, I don't understand this. I don't get this. Yeah, I know. I'm like, where's your trauma? They never threatened you. They never beat you up. They never emotionally manipulated you to get their way. You never had to scream, please stop, in the midst of an argument, or run out of your house, or sneak out and put one of your cosplay wigs in your bed. Honestly, I find the nicest people have trauma, you know? The nicest people have had shit happen to them. And it's always the people I don't get along with that, like, people who I don't get along with usually have never had anything happen to them, or have been handed everything to them. And, it's gross. It's very gross. Fist fight with dad. Fist fight with dad club. I could never. My dad would just, like, hit me once. Or, my dad would never hit me. Because my dad, even though he's very strong and he's been in a bazillion fist fights as a kid, and is a giga chad, no, he would not hit his kids, ever. You tried to stab your dad with scissors? I mean, he probably had it coming, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do. If the man's an asshole, you know, fuck around, find out, as they say. He had it coming. Yeah, exactly. You know? Like, violence is not the answer. Sometimes it's the solution, bro. Because what are you gonna do? Sit there and just let someone, like, wail on you? Or are you gonna hit them back, you know? Oh my god. Don't do that, Koi. Not yet. You're incriminating yourself on stream. You gotta wait. Wait a little bit. Let the VOD die. Yeah, I know, right? When you clap back and they're like, what? And it's like, well, you're beating the shit out of me, bro. It was the same with, like, my dad and his mom, you know? She was like, oh, fuck, because he grabbed her hand. I know, it's like, you should just let me hit you, bro. But it's the same, like, when somebody comes at me verbally, they're always so surprised when I'm just like, well, actually, fuck you and everything you stand for. You're a piece of shit. And they're like, they're like, what? Oh, it made me laugh. Because I have been in many verbal altercations where people have tried to, like with work, for example, they try to, like, talk attack you or something. And then if you're just like, no, I'm not going to bend over for you. This is what the deal is. I know what you're trying to do, and it's not gonna work. They freak the fuck out, bro, because they think like people think that you're scared of them, or like if they're in a higher position, they think you're scared, and they think that you're just gonna like bow your head and be like sorry, sorry, sorry. But like when you have a case, you gotta fucking stick to your case and be like, well, actually, I wanted to ask, are you trying to do illegal things right now? And then they're just like, and then you press back in a polite manner, and then they start slipping up and being unprofessional, and then you can snitch about it. And that's my favorite thing. That's how I like to destroy people who are idiots. Oh man. I would have paid to see you chase after somebody, bro. Yeah, that's exact. Oh my god, I hate that stereotype so much, bro. It's so. Ugh. Yeah, bro. I know they're always so surprised when you're just like, when you say shit back. Like I remember one time, this guy, came back and was like, or this guy was in one of my graphics classes where like we did digital art in high school, and he was criticizing the university alumni presenter dude who came in to talk, and he's like, oh well, you should do this and this, and then I was like, I would like to see you try and do it. And then everyone, it was embarrassing because everyone in the class was like, oh my god. And I was like, no. And then the guy was like, well, I can't do that, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't look good. And I was like, oh, it's so fucking funny. Oh yeah, I know that feel. I remember my dad's Aries too, right? And we were at the music store one time, and this guy pissed him off, and he's like, Heifer, my daughter, please go into the store. And I was like, oh, okay. And then apparently he told the guy, I'm going to kill you and stuff you into my trunk. And then they called the police on my dad. And then my dad came into the store, and the officer came in. It was like, did you say this to that guy? And my dad's like, I would never. I have my daughter with me. Why would I say that? And then the police just let him off with a warning. And I was like, did you say you were going to stuff that guy in your trunk? And my dad was like, yep. I was like, Dad, you can't just say that to people. Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. Oh my god. No astrological excuse. I love that. Get him, my man. I appreciate that. I wish I had more balls like that. I mean, these days I do, but you know, I don't like go out or see people or nothing really. So I don't even though I have balls now, they're still under development because I don't get to use them very often. Only when I talk to upper management do my balls inflate fully, and then I'm just like, try me, because I'm not a fucking idiot. And I know you're just trying to scare me, so let's go, baby. Let's tango. And they're just like, you are so difficult. And I'm like, I am. Yeah. Man. Anyway, anime. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not glad we all suffered trauma, but I'm glad we can all just vent about it and talk about how much we want to beat people up, or when we clap back and commit war crimes, you know? This is what this is about. Yeah, exactly, Finn. You got it right. Upper management? You mean the punching bag? Because they think we're punching bags, which is fun. Wow, bro, you have no, like, self-preservation. That's crazy. I always am like, there's my impulsive side that's just like, go start a fight. But then I'm like, okay, but how is this fight gonna go? You don't know how to fight. Like, what's gonna happen, bro? And then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. I don't think it's worth it. Oh man, that's so funny. That's amazing. You're like the only person I know who is just like, I don't even fucking care about myself. I will just go for it. What a Chad. I'm doing good. Probably gonna have to like actually log off soon because I have to be doing work too. Hope you're doing well too, Ars. Oh my god. This is an honorable death. Beautiful. I love that for you. Honestly, your brain kind of like Ooga Booga Caveman, but like in a good way. Like, I will defend my cave and my tribe. I don't give a shit if I die, bro. I'm like amazing. More people should be like that, but like not shitty people, only good people. So we can take down all the shitty people, you know? But I would be proud of you, bro. Oh man, manifest anger is sad. Interesting. Yeah, my manifests yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just sad. I'm just straight sad, that's it. And anger. Sometimes I think. Well, I'm not really sure. Because I do have quite the temper, but I also think it's just it's a side effect of ADHD, I think. But I don't really get that angry. I more so just get sad, I think. That's interesting. I never considered that it could be manifested in a different way. But I guess that does make sense, because anxiety do crazy things to us, you know? Anxiety do be doing the things that we do not enjoy. But okay, I think I'm gonna end the stream here because I have to work. I don't have too much to do today, but still, I should at least log in and pretend that I am there, you know? So I'm probably gonna stream again tonight. Perhaps tomorrow as well. We will have to see. But yeah, thank you guys for like stopping by. Yeah, really great talk about trauma. Really good morning cries for me. I hope you enjoyed the art stream. This completely normal, average art stream. Yeah, thanks, man. And if anyone else is supposed to be working right now or is heading off to work, have a good day at work. If y'all are just having a good day, or, you know, just heading off to do random shit, have a good rest of your day or have a good evening or whatever. And I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, shit. I forgot. There we go. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.